and then that goes into a convolution. Right? And then that gives us a convolved feature map. And then that goes into linearity. And then that goes into a pooling, right? So let's see what we mean by pooling, right? So let me go back to the presentation and explain what we understand what a convolved feature map is and what we understand by pooling, right? So if we look at the result that we got, okay, so the result that we got, all right, let me, I just want this. All right, so let's look at what pooling is. So pooling will reduce the dimension of an image. So pooling is there to reduce size of an image. So there are two different types of pooling. So there's what we call max pooling. And there's also what we call average pooling. Right? So let's look at max pooling. Right? So in the instance of pooling, what we do is when we've got an image like this, we just want to reduce the size of the image. Right? So in this instance, our resulting image was a 4x4 image. So if we want to reduce it, we apply a 2x2. What we do is we take to apply max pooling. We take the first right. We take the first 4 elements of the image. So we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, what is the maximum value? Come on, guys. What is the maximum value out of these 4 elements?
It's 3.
I said 3.
Yeah. Then we've got 3. Then we move 1 stride. We move to the next. What is the maximum value for these 3? For these 4, sorry.
1.
And then we move another stride.
0.
Yeah, then we've got 0. Then we come back and then we go down. Yeah. So -3, 1, -3, -3. What value do we get?
1.
1. And then we move to the next 2. Then 1, 0, -3, 0. What we get?
1.
And then we move to this one. 0, -3, 0, 1. What we get?
1.
Right? And then we move down Since we're going stride by stride, minus 3, minus 3, 3, minus 2, what do we get?
3.
Then we move to the next one, right? Minus 3, 0, minus 2, we get what?
0.
Then we move to the next one, since one stride at a time. 0, 1, minus 2, minus 1, we get?
1.
1. Yeah, so this is now our resulting image. So we had a 4 by 4, it's been reduced to a what? A 3 by 3. So this is equivalent to what? To compression. To compressing as well. Right? So that's what pulling does. So this is what we call max pulling. So with average pulling, it's similar, but in this, what we're now doing is we're not taking the max value, the maximum value. So what we're then simply doing is we're saying 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 3 plus 1 divided by 4. Right? So we get, this gives us 0. This gives us 0, isn't it? 0 divided by 4 is what?
0.
Is 0. So now this is now average pulling. Then we move to the next stride. Then minus 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 3, right? Plus 0 plus 1, right? We get minus 3, isn't it? Then minus 3 divided by 4 is what? So we just leave it as minus 3 over 4, right? And then we move to the next element. So it's minus 3, minus 1, minus 3 plus minus 1 plus 0 plus minus 3. So this gives us minus 7, right? Divided by 4. So it's minus 7 over 4. Yeah? And then we continue the process. So we've got average pulling and max pulling. Yeah? That's clear, yes?
Yes, Doc.
Yeah. So what that does, right, is the pulling also called subsampling. It will not change the object, right, that is contained in the image, right? All it does, it reduces the size of the image to a smaller image. Right? So that you've got now fewer parameters characterizing the image. Yeah? Is this clear? So this is a bigger image with more pixel values, and you're reducing it to a smaller image with yeah? That's clear, yes? That a pulling does not change the object, right? It simply changes the size of the image so that you've got fewer parameters for our deep learning model. The reason why we need to do pulling, right? So let's say, for example, in this instance, we've got, in this instance, we had a 4 by 4, right? A 4 by 4 image. When we flatten it, we've got how many inputs into our deep neural network? Come on, guys. How many inputs do we have into our deep neural network? Come on, guys. This is a 4 by 4 image. How many inputs do we have into our deep neural network?
16.
Yes, we've got 16. Come on, guys. This is simple. We've got 16. But if after we apply pulling, this is how many do we have in this instance?
9.
How many inputs?
9.
We've got 9. So we've got the same processing that we're trying to do here is on 16 inputs. Here is on 9 inputs. So what we've done is we reduced the size of our parameters. So what that simply means is our training will be less, right? After applying pulling. right? You get it? Come on, guys, do you get it?
Yes, doc.
Yeah.
Yes, doc. Yes, doc.
Yeah, so this one has got 7 fewer inputs, 7 less inputs than this one. So meaning that our model would take less time to train than this one. Yeah. So that's clear why we need a pooling. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. So we understand what we mean by pooling. Pooling is also called subsampling. Some others call subsampling, but it's always referred to usually as pooling, right? So what we'll then do next is we'll actually then apply a convolutional neural network so that we can able to identify whether something is a cat or a dog, right? So we'll have images of cats and dogs, then we'll apply a convolutional neural network so that you're able to see whether it's whether it's able to classify whether it's a dog or cat. So this is the theoretical background behind convolutional neural network. Right? So I've given you everything that you need to understand by a convolutional neural network. Right? So and then tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll actually do a detailed example of a dog and a cat. Right? And then we'll see where convolutional neural networks are also applied, right? They're also applied in speech recognition, right? And they're also applied in text classification, right? So we'll do those examples, right? So I think an example that we'll do is we want to be able to classify music, right? The genre of music. But whether museve, isungura, what other you call you guys? What do you call it? Mangoma. I'm not
Zim Danzo.
Zim dancehall, yes. Yeah, and so on and so on, right? We will actually build our own Zimbabwe genre music classifier, which is able to classify these different genres of music, right? So that you actually then see that my convolutional neural networks actually work, right? So we'll then look at object recognition, image recognition, and these other things that you can do with convolutional neural networks. So this is what is applied in self-driving cars to enable cars to see what's on the road, be able to identify signs on the road, right? That it's a stop sign, it's a no crossing sign, it's a no stopping sign, it's a no parking sign, yeah, and so on and so on, yeah, yeah. So that's the theoretical background in convolutional neural networks. But for you to be able to understand convolutional neural networks, all the theory is based on that experiment from Hubel and Wiesel, right? So and one thing you realize, a lot of the material that you find on the net is the Hubel and Wiesel experiment, and then it's then difficult to understand where is the filter coming? Why are you putting in a filter? What does that mean, right? Well, why are you putting in a line detecting neurons, edge detecting neurons? What does that mean, right? If you skip that experiment, you then don't understand where all of this jargon is coming from. The origins is from that experiment. So therefore, this is why you needed to see that experiment so that you can relate to everything that you saw in that experiment now when we're now applying it to convolutional neural networks, right? Creating our own neural network so that it can see, right? Yes?
Yes, doc.
Yeah? That is clear, yes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, yeah, that is, if that is clear, then I'm happy, right? That is clear. And we've understood the architecture of a convolutional neural network. We are now actually applying. So convolutional neural networks are used in diagnosing X-ray images, right, with incredible accuracy of almost 100%. They can pick up cancer, they can pick up broken bones, and so on, right, in X-rays, right, better than doctors. So we'll show you how you do that with X-ray images. Yeah. So all right. So if you guys are happy with that, tomorrow we'll then do the coding. At least we've done the theoretical background, and then tomorrow we'll do the coding. Yeah.
I've got a small question, Doc.
Yes.
Hi, Doc.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to check, like when we were max pooling and when we were doing our strides, we had a 6x6 matrix, and resultantly we ended up with a 4x4 matrix. So from the 4x4 matrix,
so wait,
which one do we call?
Sorry. We here. Let me go back so that we are on the same page. Yeah, so we had a 1, 2, 3, 4x4, and then we ended up with the 3x3, yes?
Yes. So I wanted to check on the 3x3, which one is the volume? Is it 3x3, which is 9 is the volume, or if someone asks what the resultant volume is on the result, what can we say?
Remember, we said when we're putting it into a deep neural network, it can only take a 1D input, right? So if it is 3x3, it means we've got 9 inputs into what? Into the deep neural network. So what this means is this is an input, right? This is an input. 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 We've got 9 inputs, right? 3 times 3 gives us 9. This is a 4x4, which gives us 16 inputs. Yeah?
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay, good. Any other questions, guys? Come on, guys. Any other questions?
Yeah, Doc, maybe just to find out from the whole section that we had, what would be a typical exam question that you asked in this area?
If you guys so go to let's see is it now it has been all right, so let's look. I don't know why you guys are so much interested. All right, so I uploaded. If you check your notebook, right? So this is this is machine learning exam from May 2019. Yeah. So if we go to, right, it's asked what? Describe with detailed diagram all the components that make up the architecture of a convolutional neural network. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we use max pooling with a 2x2 filter and a stride of 1 on the image with pixel values presented in the table below, what will be the resultant volume? Right? Mm-hmm. That's easy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes? Are you satisfied? Yeah? And I then actually even gave you where's the okay, last room. Last. I even gave you X model answers, right? My model answers of that paper, right? You see this one described, and then I gave you convolution, nonlinearity, pooling, fully connected layer, flattening, and so on. And then that max pooling to show you what the resultant thing is. Easy. Then you should do it in like 2 minutes, and then you're done. Finito. Once it's done, it's finished.
I like the way you said 2 minutes.
Yeah, but it's easy, right? With what we've done so far, you can actually answer this whole section here, right? With 10 marks, you can answer it easy, right? You can even answer the max pooling one, right? Yeah, right. With this, yeah, you see, this is the maximum. So go 6, 7, 8. Then this is the maximum. This is the maximum. That's the maximum, right? Then you've got 6, 7, 8 there. And this one is a 3. This one is a 3, and this one is a 4. And that's it. It's finished. You get your 6 marks done. Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if this comes in the exam, no one should get it wrong, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because of right? Yeah. Yeah. So you've got an example paper there that you can look at. You should be able to answer all those questions are in that paper, right? Describe all the components of a supervising learning system for classification. That's easy. What is reinforcement learning? And that's easy. What is meta learning? Explain the principle of gradient descent algorithm, including a diagram with your explanation. Explain the use of that's easy, right? This you should be able to do with your eyes closed. Explain why is exploratory data analysis important for machine learning? What is feature engineering? This is you should be able to explain. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. All of this you should be able to now. What is a softmax function? Why deep neural networks better than shallow ones? What are hyperparameters? This is simple, right? That should be easy. This is straightforward. Yeah? Come on, guys.
We'll give it a go, Doc. Not a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys. So tomorrow we're just doing the coding for the convolutional neural network. So at least you understand all the theory. So tomorrow we'll do Thursday we'll do the coding for the convolutional neural network, and then Friday we'll do transfer learning, and then the last thing that we then have to do is we have to do recurrent neural networks, and then that's it. We'll be done. Then when you guys go for your exam. Then after you finish your exam, we can spend 1 or 2 days. Then I'll take you through the traditional machine learning algorithms. We'll talk about decision trees, support vector machines, random forest, and so on, right? K-means, K-nearest neighbors. And we'll do that, and then you guys are completely done in terms of machine learning. Then that's it. We will not see each other again. Right? Yeah, okay, guys. Yeah?
Thank you, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah. Yes,
Thanks,
you
Doc.
can you can see Kuti. I'm interested in a practical, right? Of course, you have to pass the exam, but I'm interested in one. This is why you see 75% allocated for a practical, right? So what that simply means is you have to apply yourself to the practical, and then the practical is easy as well. In a rubric that guides you what is needed or required. So therefore, you shouldn't get lost. Yeah, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So everyone is happy. We can all go back and do our reading. So your machine learning exam is supposed to be the easiest, right? Out of all of these exams, no exam I'm not you know.
Let's hope so, Doc.
It's supposed to be the easiest exam out of all of your exams, right? It's supposed to be the easiest exam out of all of them.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
All right, cheers, bye-bye.
Thank you.